Hey guys! Today I'm going to teach you how to do this Dutch fishtail look, and I'm also going to teach you how to make it look really professional and hide the rubber band at the end. This is one of my very favorite hairstyles. I wear it all the time and I can't wait to teach it to you. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you need to know is that this is about 50% weave. I have in my Bellamy hair extensions, they're 24 inches. My hair is really long naturally, but it's pretty thin, so I like to add in these clips. I have a bunch at the base of my hair and then also a couple here in the front because it's really thin on top and it's important that the braid looks nice and thick throughout. So I'm just going to get my mirror here and we are going to get started. The first thing you need to do is pull everything all to one side. It also helps if you have like second day curl or maybe like leftover hairspray or some texture spray, whatever it takes to keep your hair from slipping. And I like to pull out a few pieces in the front to just kind of make it look messy and casual. So the hardest part really is getting started, so don't get frustrated. If you mess up the first few pieces, then the whole thing's going to look kind of weird, so make sure that you get the first few pieces right. So I just split it in two and pull one side under the other. This starts out like a regular fishtail, except what makes it Dutch is that you pull it under instead of over, and that's going to make the braid kind of pop up instead of blending into your hair. So that's just a regular fishtail to start off with. I'm just kind of straightening my pieces out, making sure I have a good grip. So now I'm going to pull an outside piece of hair, and then I'm going to take a tiny piece from the braid as well and pull both of those under, if that makes sense. It really helps to pull a little bit from the braid itself rather than just adding hair underneath. It makes it look a lot more detailed and nice. So we're just going to keep doing that same thing all throughout, taking an outside piece and a tiny piece from the braid itself and then pulling it under. And then just make sure to kind of pull it and tighten it up to keep it all together, to keep that extra hair from slipping out. So I sometimes take from right next to the braid and I sometimes pull further back. It just depends on what my hair looks like it's doing. I just kind of listen to the hair and it kind of shows me what piece it wants to pull next. And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm starting to pull in my extensions. You can tell definitely when it gets a lot thicker that they are in there, and they're just a couple shades brighter than my real hair. So we are just going to keep doing the same thing, pulling an outside piece of hair and a tiny bit of the braid, pulling it under, and then tightening it up, and then just doing the same thing again. Pull an outside piece, tiny piece of the braid, and then pull it under. And at this point you can kind of start to see the braid starting to take shape. So we're going to do this until we get about down to our ear, and then I will tell you what to do next. What I love about this is that once you get the technique, you can use it in so many different ways. Just be creative with it. You could stop right here and put a bobby pin in it and just be out the door. You could throw the rest in a ponytail or a messy bun, whatever you want to do. So at this point, once we get to about the ear, we're ready to start pulling from the other side of the head and really starting to incorporate the back of our hair. So just pull a piece kind of by your opposite ear, whatever side you're doing this on, and then you'll continue to incorporate on the front piece of the braid from the front of your hair just like you were doing. But every time you do the back part of the braid, you're going to pull from the back and really incorporate the rest of your hair. So at this point you can relax. The hard part is over. All you're doing from here on out is just finishing that fishtail. We don't have any more hair to incorporate. We're just finishing out that fishtail. I love these extensions. They're, like I said, 24 inches. They're too long to really just wear down in real life, in my opinion. But whenever you braid, you lose a lot of your length. So this helps it to stay nice and long. So at this point, before I put the hair tie in, I think what really makes this look is stretching it out. So if you put the hair tie in, it's going to make it a little harder to do this. So I just hold on to the end, and then I just pull pieces. I kind of choose one side. I usually do the front side of the braid first. And I just kind of go through and just pull them out really gently. You don't want to loosen the braid to where it's falling apart. But if some of it does stick out, that's fine. It's kind of a messy look, and I'm fine with that. You can leave it unstretched. It looks nice like that too. I just love to pull it apart. It makes the hair look so much thicker. So now we're just going to tie it off with a little tiny elastic or whatever you have on you. And then you can just leave it like that if you'd like to. But what I'm going to do is cover the hair tie because I think that makes it look really nice. So just take a piece of your hair and just wrap it around, and then kind of make sure that the end is pointing straight down. Get another tiny hair tie and tie it around the base of that hair that you've twisted, and then just secure that. And then you're just gonna stretch that hair over the two hair ties that you have, and it'll just cover both of those and look really nice. And then I like to pull my edges out, you know, girl, just make it look really messy and casual. And then you're done. That is the look. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to request any hairstyles that you want to see, and I will see you guys soon.